Boom, we are live.
Julie, I love the theme music. I need that in my life. I love the theme music. I was like, okay, it's getting me all pumped up here. Good morning.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, who are not familiar, this is CityClips Live. We are focused on highlighting everything North Florida business and tech, and we're based in Tallahassee. And I'm really excited to have Katrina Tuggerson here today, president of the Capital City Chamber of Commerce and also chair of AERO, which is Alliance. It's called the Alliance of Entrepreneurial Resource Organizations. She's an entrepreneur. She's a mom. She is a boss woman, I would love to say. She loves to support other women, and that's why she's on here today. That's what she told me earlier, and I appreciate her. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. I feel like I need to push the clap button. Like on radio, that's what it feels like. I was like, I wish I had a button to press. But I am, and also what she left out, I love to laugh and have a good time at what I'm doing. So that's key and most important to anything other than all those titles, because at the end of the day, you just be yourself, relax, you can get through it. So thank you, Julia, for having me.
Thank you. And before we dive in, I'd love to do the bio. And you're like, I feel like you are. You're like, why are you going to do bio?
A little data privacy there. So you don't have to read the whole bio, just snippets.
Okay.
So we can get the stuff that's going to help people. They don't care to know my personal
yeah.
life.
We'll touch on a few things, because you're doing so much for the community. As president of the Capital City Chamber, you lead efforts to promote inclusion and growth for underserved and minority-owned businesses, focusing on empowerment, education, and access to opportunity. And one of my first questions really is like, okay, what brought you to Tallahassee? You have a full career working as a director for Emory Riddle, and then you also have been a consultant, right? A business consultant. What brought you to Tallahassee?
Oh my, well, like everyone, school does, because I say all the time that Tallahassee, our community, is a hub for training and resources, whether we want to give it that title or not. It is what it is. We have thousands of students come here every semester, fall semester, spring semester, and you get new students to come each semester. So you got to think, and that's what I tell a lot of the different business stakeholders that I interact with. I was like, we got to get our mindset right that we are a training hub. And so what brought me here is for school. I end up staying. The retention part, what people talk about in meetings, I'm one of the products. Raised my two children here. They've since left me. They live out of town, and I'm still here with the dog. So everything is good.
And they are doing well, right?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Or I wouldn't be on this phone with you right now. I'd probably be screaming somewhere. So everybody is doing well. I have two, I want to call them successful, whether the community thinks they're successful or not. I do think my kids are successful. They're taking care of themselves. That means success to me. Like I said, my son, Navy, and then my daughter just finished college.
That's wonderful. And I see your posts about your kids. It's so awesome how you cheer them on and support them.
I only share what they allow me to share.
And they still keep in touch with you, which I appreciate.
Right. I only share what they allow.
And I'm glad it worked out timing-wise that we can do this after your recent event when you launched the series of Top 25 Women to Know, the speaker series, in partnership with several folks in the community, right? Women Wednesdays and Tallahassee Democrat. They annually post the top 25 women you need to know. And so I really appreciate how you kicked it off with Sudik, right? Who's now outgoing president of the Tallahassee Chamber. But let me go ahead and share that really awesome picture. This captures the vibe of the whole event. So if y'all missed out, you missed out.
We had a laughing, and we just had a good time.
Yeah.
Yes. When you laugh with your eyes closed, it was a good one. It was a good laugh. So that's all I got to say. I don't even know what we were. Well, we were so going back and forth and just enjoy. It was a great vibe in the room yesterday, and we just enjoyed having the conversations with other women on how we respond to different issues in the community and what's going on. So it just felt good. There was no men in the room. The guys are welcome. Men are welcome. Don't get us wrong. You're welcome to come and laugh and talk, and maybe we'll have some tea for you. But no, yesterday it was all about. And different women say, "Oh, we let's have a tea party." That means you're going to talk about someone or gossip. But no, it was all good vibes on how we humbled ourselves to get where we were, and sometimes it feels uncomfortable, and that's okay. Through your uncomfortableness, growth comes. So, and that's what I've learned through my life and my as I've been working in the community and also working in business, different businesses that I have. I learned that hard challenges bring growth. So either you sink or you grow from it. So it's all good. Without challenge, it won't make us fine tune everything.
And I loved how you were able to touch on your friendship and you both leaned on each other. And that's what more young women need to see. You know, you both were
Right.
not competing with one another. You supported each other.
No, and I gave you one of my scenarios yesterday, and I spoke about it yesterday about I always get asked why 3 chambers, why we got to join this. I said, you know what, it's all good. Let people be great and happy what they're doing and how they want to do it, and it's okay. And I give people the scenario that it's multiple churches, it's multiple nonprofits. Everybody serve different pockets of people. You just have to stay in your lane and know that it's okay with what you're doing and be true to yourself and what you're doing. And I promise you, you'll get a group of people to follow you.
Yeah. And I really like that example because everyone has different needs. And
everyone has different needs. And no one person or no one entity can meet everybody needs. This is a whole world that's full field of difference.
And I really like, you know, we are a secondary, they call it MSAs, you know, it's a mouthful, metropolitan statistical area. You know, 300,000 greater population in the greater Tallahassee area. And it is still a small community. You know, we all know one another.
A small community, and that's what everyone is saying. It's a small community for 3 chambers. I say it was a small community for 1,400 churches too, but they're here. But at the same time, since COVID, nobody all goes to one venue or all at one time, so it works. And people love to gravitate to whatever group, whatever association, where they feel comfortable. No one is going to be stressed if they don't have to be.
And yesterday was such a comfortable atmosphere. So, and I don't want to, you know, share and divulge too much because you guys have to get the ticket next time and be there.
Right. But one of the key things, anything that the Capital City Chamber is in charge of, or either the Tuggerson Group, because I do have a consulting firm, or anything. I love to set a good, strong, comfortable tone or whatever vibe that when you walk in that room that everyone feels welcome. So with that being said, I'm so thankful that you were a part of that group and everybody walked out of there with something and smiling. And you know when you're having a decent event because everybody don't run out the door. They stayed around. They ate all the food. When it was time for me to get lunch, it was nothing there. So I said, everybody enjoyed themselves. And that's a key sign.
And we did. And there was really a positive, healthy atmosphere of women of diverse backgrounds, which was so good. Our community needs that.
Another key nugget that was in that room yesterday, we had young people. nothing grows or nothing prospers without us planting different seeds in their lives, them hearing how we navigate within the community. And we had some young people there, and I really enjoyed it. And they were in their 20s, so we thought we were young again. So everything worked.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I can't wait for the next one. So touching on getting back with working with partners, right? So the Alliance of Entrepreneurial Resource Organizations,
Right.
AERO. So thank you for being able to hop on and talk about that too, because not many people are aware of this, that, key leaders in our community and stakeholders, including presidents of the chambers, you meet, often to discuss on what's going on. And being the chair of the organization this year, what do you have, or what have you noticed that has gone well with the group?
Oh, well, the good thing about it, because like you mentioned before, we want to say we're a large community, but a small community at the same time. So all of us already talk. So just because it was AERO, when it was created, by the founders, that it was created up under Mike Campbell and Mr. Keith Bowers. Their idea was to have a conversation and just talk about what entity is doing in their space. And if the community can jump on and give a hand, and we as a support business ecosystem can support here in Tallahassee, we do that. And so that conversation has been going strong. It hits a little differently because what I noticed and what we're all seeing, we Tallahassee does it so well. And to when we travel or go out to different communities or attend different um, conferences, and we may mention, you probably done it yourself, may mention how we do it until they'd be like, really? And we're so unique. We have the city, the county, and the state here, but we all talk to each other. We talk to the state, we talk to the city, we talk to the county. And so with that being said, with all of us talking together and have already done and put resources in our community, we're able to use those stats. Those stats allow us to bring financial dollars back into our community to add to whatever projects that we're currently working on. So we're able to use, and we're seeing the fruits of our labor. And we've done that. We're supporting each other through letters, where it may not come directly to the Capital City Chamber of Commerce, but it may come to the city of Tallahassee or to Leon County, which all benefits us all. So we're already doing that before we got to the table in AERO, but I know for a fact it strengthens everything that we do.
That's awesome. And I loved how I had the privilege of being able to observe everybody in those meetings. And I love how everyone has the shared effort to really coordinate and have this coalition to make sure there is no competition. Sometimes, things fall through the cracks, and then maybe events are simultaneously on the same day or the same week, but you all make an effort to really support one another's events because you all share the same mission and vision to take Tallahassee to the next level, and economic development is at the center of it, right? So,
Right.
So where would you like to see Tallahassee go in terms of, what do you envision where AERO can help Tallahassee get to the next level?
Well, of course, we always have to go. I don't want to use the words trends loosely, but what the times are happening now, and making sure that we are up on, because when I say Tallahassee unique, our uniqueness changes with different administrations that come into the governor's office or come into the state, because it's almost ran like a mini Washington almost to me. With the less, Washington is beautiful, but I wish we had some of those white buildings here. But nevertheless, we have to pay attention a little more, I think, than certain parts of the state, because we are the capital. So with that being said, we're doing a great job of staying on task, and with the changing times, our job talks. Our community speaks a lot, and the commissioners and the mayor and everyone that has those important roles. We're doing pretty good with the city administration and the county administration, trying to make sure that we capture the moments, and we're having programming that's in our community to help advance all of us as a whole.
Yeah, because a lot of I feel like the unified conversations is workforce development, right? Getting ready, your businesses are getting ready for the next shift with AI.
Yeah, well,
everything.
and it's the AI component, and with small businesses, and it's not just minority businesses anymore. So everybody's targeted, right? So we got to look at it did start with DEI, taking DEI out of everything. Okay, so what's next? So now we go next to just anyone that's target any administration or anything. Everybody's just a target right now. So just lay low. But at the same time, with all of the tariffs that have come, so that's every business. With the Amazon, how you're tracking your orders, businesses that may be part of the marketplace and what that looks like. And so it's a lot of different pieces that are going on. So it's not just DEI, it's the small businesses that can't afford to keep up with the change. And what do you do with that to stay resilient? That's the question. And we continue to work hard with different businesses and stakeholders in the community to stay on top of that.
I'm glad you mentioned resilience, because I know you touched a little bit about some of the struggles that you were going through with personal transitions when, you were with the Greater Tallahassee Chamber of Commerce and then having to shift over to take.
Talk about that, aren't you? You just push the envelope, make me talk about that. And
you can talk whatever you can talk about.
I told Julia, I only talk about that every now and then of my transition.
I didn't say anything more.
Yeah, I know it helps people. But of course, I started the chamber journey after the Greater Tallahassee Chamber had given me an opportunity to work with them. But then during that time that I was there, I transitioned into the OEV was formed, which sunset the position that I was in, because the OEV formed from up under the umbrella of the Greater Tallahassee Chamber. So everything went good there. But what I was sharing with the young woman and that was in the room yesterday is that through transition, you just never know what a female or woman is going through, anyone in general, of the transitioning that they have to do. So it was a lot going on at that time. So at that time, I sunset the campus here because I was the director at Embry-Riddle Aeronautica University. I sunset the campus here. I was hired by the Greater Tallahassee Chamber. In 4 months, that position sunset. And at the same time, I was going through a divorce. My daughter was in 7th grade. Anybody who has a child in middle school, I'm going to pray for you every day, or wear my cross, put some holy oil, because it's real. Middle school is tough. Our kids are transitioning themselves. So you got to think about all the transitions that happens in a person's life, even before they get to work. So that's why yesterday I almost went and next time I might just buy a couch. I need to sit on the couch and just talk about a couple of things. So I got that from yesterday. And so I did look up ordering us a couch so we can sit on, and so we can just have some conversations.
I love that. Yeah,
yep,
that's going to be awesome.
If anybody pays attention to this broadcast right here, what we're doing, and they click on and listen to the whole thing, they'll know that we're going to have a couch coming. But other than that, they're going to lose out.
It's gonna be
but I need to sit on the couch. So sometimes I love to where I am now in my life, because if I want to do something, I position myself to get it, and I position myself to do it, because nobody's going to do it for you.
Yeah, I got to ask Sue yesterday, but I have the same question for you. Like, when you have those moments where you just, do you just kind of have a moment of solace, just go alone somewhere, hide in a corner? Like, what kind of gets you through? What exercise?
I have moments all the time. I quit every week. Honey, I have those moments all the time, and it's so healthy. When I tell you it's so healthy to have them moments, it's so healthy to tear up. It's so healthy to do everything you do emotionally because you care, right? And so what I learned to do with that, I channel it. I do my scriptures in the morning daily, in order to put that into perspective, right? And when I get to different ones and different things in my life, I do my scriptures, I stay focused, and I know that the good Lord promises are upon me and my life and my children. And so I think about that, I remind myself of that and start smiling. And then I calm down and say, it's okay.
I love that. I
Yep,
absolutely love it.
down and I say it's okay. And I always talk about, I don't know if you were in another, I can't remember. I was getting an award somewhere, and I'm not good at that at all.
It's okay.
But I was talking about how I always say my next if it's not the right time. And so I always think about the timing. Is it right for me to have what I thought I should have at that time? And I just calm down.
I'm glad you
But
brought that
you
up
can't do that
too.
in your 20s. Your 20s, you think you know everything. Your 20s and your early 30s, nobody can tell you that. That comes with time, age, and wisdom. That comes from being beat around a little bit. Not physically, but do life.
You were named one of the Tallahassee's 25 women you need to know. And I appreciate
And I
y'all
don't
paid.
know who's done that. I just don't know.
I know they don't tell you who nominates you, but
No, I don't know who submitted that. And that was it was mind blowing. And I wanted to mention it yesterday. I didn't even know it was a real club. I was like, I gotta pay. I said, "Oh, this is a real thing." I'm like, "Shh, I'm in a real club now." But it's an honor to be recognized, and know that people are watching you. I think it's a little bit more stressful, um, but it's an honor.
yeah, and you were celebrated for humility, and because you brought it up earlier, it's just every day I think you stay humble, you're service driven, you turned the chamber around, you started it like I don't know how much you want to say, but let's just say when you started it, there was not
Yeah,
much in
well,
it.
I can say we literally started, and this is what Tallahassee, this is what she want me to tell you because I shared it yesterday. She want me to tell you that we started the chamber with $1,200, and the $1,200 came from myself and the board members. We didn't ask for. We could have gave probably $1,000 a piece or more money towards what we were doing, but we all say, well, okay, let's just put. And the reason why the $1,200 came about because we were only paying for an event, and it was just it wasn't $1,200 to start the chamber officially. We were just paying for an awareness event that we need to get some information out. So that's how it all started. Once we started doing that, and we didn't even charge for the event, it was free, open to the community. But since then, at that one event, everybody was like, "Oh, I need to pay my membership." I say, "You do?" And so and that's how we started. And so that I always put the story with the 1,200. That's a powerful $1,200. But when you have determination and drive to get it done, and that's what we did. And I started it with, it was just small conversations between me and Commissioner Diane Williams Cox, and that's how we started it.
And you just celebrated a big anniversary. Was it the 30th?
Yep, it was the 30th anniversary. We did that all last year, and
I was there.
It was
Such a good event.
mind-blowing. The one thing that it was originally supposed to be done like in February or March, but we had those tornadoes come through. Remember, the weather was so bad. Like every other month, we were fighting a weather disaster or something like that.
Yeah.
And I remember that Miss Pam Ridley, that she passed. she called me about something. No, we can't do it like this. And she wanted to change a couple of things because it's our 30th, but she was so well respected and I listened. And the only thing I regret, if we would have did it the earlier part of the year, she would have been with us. But she passed, so she wasn't with us when we actually did the whole debut. And we also showed during that time where we're our next and what we're going to next. And we're having community conversations in order trying to get an empowerment center here in our community about what we're doing next with the Capital City Chamber and different initiatives that we have going on.
Yeah, that rendering of that building was so cool. I mean, that was really exciting to see what's coming for the Capital City.
Yeah, that is interesting too. So you get me back on here. I might have my hard hat on, but that has been a learning process. So you got to look at when you're a small entity and you're trying to make difference and change in the community, especially in underserved communities. It does not happen overnight because it was years of not having the resources and the equity there to get it to where it's at. So it takes years to invest back into it and also money. And so we're looking at a couple of things. We had a hard stop where one of our grant programs where we have to send back to Washington, D.C. because So we had to stop with one of our grant funders, but it's all good. I took a deep breath. I mean, a deep one, because when you work so hard and put different resources into the community and then a couple of the decisions are made and it's just disappeared, you're just like, okay, what? But again, just keep going. There's nothing you can do about it. Don't stress about anything you can do about, because if you've done everything right and lined everything up right, something else will come.
I love how you keep a smile on your face every time I see you. Always delightful to bump into you at so many events. And you really had a lot of success even getting really amazing partners. I like the Bank on Tallahassee initiative that y'all do. I can just share really quick your website, so everyone should go visit it, get to know Capital City Chamber if you haven't already and attended some of the events that y'all have. Looks great too, by the way. I see that you guys refreshed it and you can see all.
Let me tell you about this website. Look, and we're getting more and more information. It's not just refreshed, it's a whole new website. It has an AI component. I want you to do me a favor. Click on that bringing back local back.
Which one?
There's a button at the top. Go back up to the very top of the screen.
Oh, right here. Yeah.
Yep. And click bring in local back.
Ooh.
That is a marketplace. So we're getting ready to start advertising this because Small Business Saturday is coming up in November. And maybe this will be a way that you can help. You can scroll back down to the categories. Bring in local back is for, like the flea market concept, and you can put all your market and places on here. So we're one of the chambers that have our marketplace within our website, which I think is very huge. If CityClips wanted to advertise for anything, like start your own podcast, anything, you can put your own ads on there. You can do everything that you want to do on our website. And plus, if you don't have the ability or you don't have the team to build it out, we have paid an extra service for who we run through Chamber Nation to build that out for you. So if you were to go to, let's pick a certain, actually go to,
I'm going to go home or marketplace.
Yeah, right there. I'm going to tell you to click on what self-help credit union. Click on, I want to show you what it does. And it's under, click search.
Right here.
And it says just do self-help credit union. I want to show you what happens.
Okay.
See if it comes up. Okay. So right there, if you click on that picture, view details, right? So even if you already have a website, what our site does now, it creates a one pager for you. So
Oh,
this is
cool.
also for small businesses that don't have access to a website or anything like that. It'll go ahead and build out a one pager for you with all of your personal information, the business information, or if you don't want, like it's CityClips, if you needed a website or something like that, it will go ahead and give you a placeholder on our website until you can get the dollars to create that $3,000-4,000 website that your business is.
Wow.
But temporarily, you can go ahead and have a page on this. It'll refer back to you. We also have now on our website where it shows stats. It shows stats. I know how many people click on your page a day, and we can send you reports where you're able to use them in your reports.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's awesome. So so you created a landing page, it automatically creates a landing page.
It creates
and then
I have a team. The system doesn't automatically do it. The team does. And so what happens, if we create a landing page for you, you don't like the pictures, you can email us. We can change, you email us your edits, and we will edit it to what you like.
Wow. Okay. That's awesome. I didn't notice this new benefit. This is wonderful.
I just don't have time to tell it all.
Yeah, because you keep moving so fast. You keep doing so many things.
Trust me, I have tremendously slowed down. Trust me.
No, this is wonderful. And also, just quickly sharing before we wrap up, because thank you. I know you're a busy, busy woman, and making sure that everybody sees the AERO website. And y'all also just refreshed it this year. So I'm glad.
Absolutely. So one of the things that happens, you have to, AERO, we get looked at from different communities because they're so amazed. They're so amazed how our community business ecosystem is coming together. So one of the first things as the chair, I said, let's get this website a little bit tuned up, and so that we can showcase this. And so what's been happening, we have big conferences that may come to Tallahassee, and they're able to look at all our business ecosystem in one place. Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah.
This up in 3 months, and we have it. So the only thing now that we're going to do with this is create a one pager where we'll be able to have it at conferences.
Ooh, yes. I know that was on your wish list. And then there's events. Your partners have their events. I'm so glad I was able to subscribe to those events on the calendar, so people can check this website out and see what's happening with everybody.
You're able to subscribe to some of the events on the calendar. You'll always know what's going on in the business community in order to enhance yourself. And like I tell people, even if some of the events may require dollars to attend, but just ask us. Maybe it's some scholarships or something, or maybe someone purchased a ticket or sponsored someone else. Just ask and see, and so that you can try to if you put effort for it, trust and believe it will come to, work out good for you.
I love it. So would you say you want to, because I always give a guest a chance to wrap it up with their words of wisdom, and just what advice would you give to folks out there, maybe a younger version of yourself,
My parents were big mentors of mine and still is. And one of the last things my dad said to me when he was resting, he was very sick. I was telling him about an issue I had going on, and I'm just going in like a daughter would do, just going in. And he just turned over and he said, "It's gonna be okay." And so I give words of wisdom to everybody. It's like, it's okay. Just take a deep breath. Change is good. It don't feel good, but it's good, and it's gonna be okay.
That is the best. I need to tell myself that too.
Yeah, change don't always feel good, and it's some good change, but sometimes it doesn't always feel good, and you never really understand it until time. So you just gotta know it's gonna be okay.
Well, thank you so much.
Do about it.
course, you got to throw in a joke there. Yeah.
It ain't nothing you can do about it anyway. It's so like the young people say, just chill out, just vibe.
It's going to be okay. Thank you so much, Katrina, for your time.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Well, for those of you who are catching this, subscribe for free. We love to highlight guests like this. We have our newsletter, cityclips.net. Katrina, I will see you on the other side.
All right. Bye.